I despise the argument about like, oh, well, it was just the Cardinals. What were they? But if the 49ers beat the Cardinals by 3, you'd immediately run to say, well, the 49ers are not like that. So when they do exactly what they're supposed to do and eventually pull away from a team that is better like that, like I don't understand how you can get to this point, right? Now, you come up on this game against Dallas, and Dallas not only lost to Arizona, I think it's the fashion in the way that they lost to Arizona.
Yeah,
Like Arizona went in there and it just punched them in the mouth. If you want to make excuses for the fact that Tyron Smith didn't play football that day and they were missing another starting offensive lineman, fine. But that has nothing to do with run defense. And that has nothing to do with a team that literally was doing something that you thought they would do.
hmm
Like if Arizona went in there and they were like, oh well, we're gonna throw the football all of a sudden with Joshua Dobbs, and they did that. Okay, I could see how you didn't see that coming. But what about what Arizona did in that game against Dallas implies that something that you didn't see coming, right? Like they ran the football with James Conner, they ran the football with Joshua Dobbs, they ran the football with Rondell Moore. So for me, it's what I took away from that game was this: it was the first time the Dallas Cowboys actually had to put things on film offensively. Because the first week against the Giants, that game was over after 10 minutes, right? Like
totally.
they just fumbled the football away and it was all touchdowns. The Jets can't sustain drives and they can't score. Fine, that game's over. You don't really have to do anything. Even last week against the New England Patriots, you pull Mac Jones in the third quarter. The Dallas Cowboys haven't put much to film offensively. They haven't because they haven't had to. But the game that you did have to, it looked terrible, and it was against a team that literally did what they were supposed to do and what you thought they would do against you. How am I supposed to feel as a 49er fan knowing that they can do that plus more, run the football against you? Am I supposed to be nervous now?
Totally. I mean, I think the way I feel about it as I look to this matchup is I respect on paper the potential that team has to create damage. I do not feel intimidated. I think that we have put together consistent offense in a way that, frankly, is the best I've seen in the Shanahan era as far as it being consistent back to back to back. Defensively, I even think people are kind of shortchanging our defense. Yes, we have we have matters with regards to our secondary that could be improved, but I do not think we are in a position where our defense is such a liability that it puts us at a major disadvantage. I just think that we're so spoiled with the defenses we have had years prior that this feels like a step backwards. But again, I feel pretty damn confident about what we've put on tape with the consistent offensive performances we've shown. And if we can get pressure on Dak Prescott, and if we can just hold the line as much as we can in the secondary, I think we can put together another victory and we can continue this undefeated streak. And as long as we're not taking this game for granted, which I do not think we are, because quite frankly, I feel like our players have been eyeballing this game since before the season started, I think we have all the tools, capacity, and talent to get a W on this.